As the nation recovers from last week's deadly attack in Chattanooga, Tennessee, the families of the 5 victims now face the toughest journey. Lance Corporal Skip Wells from Marietta, Georgia, was one of 5 service members senselessly gunned down by Mohammed Yusuf Abdulaziz. Joining us tonight is the mother of that brave Marine. Kathy Wells is with us. Kathy, our thoughts, our prayers are with you. I can't imagine the pain you're going through. It's got to be really hard. I don't think there's anything worse. How are you holding up?
I'm doing the best that I can. I'm surrounded by family and friends, and I'm doing the best that I can.
When you heard this incident happen, and then you hear, which really shocked me, that people like your son, who are willing to serve this country, trained in the use of firearms, that they are forbidden from even bringing a firearm into a recruiting station that we know is being targeted by ISIS and groups like that and their sympathizers. Does that make you more angry? How do you react to that?
I'm going to do what my son wanted to do before this happened. He wanted a gun, and he's got several, and he wanted a certain handgun, and I'm going to fulfill that for him.
I'm sorry, he wanted what?
He wanted a certain type of a handgun, and I'm going to make sure that that gets fulfilled for him.
In what way do you mean that, ma'am?
I'm going to purchase one.
Yeah, for yourself. But
for myself.
It seems to me that, we're asking these guys, we're training these guys in the use of firearms. We know that they're being targeted. We knew on July 4th weekend that was happening. And then we don't let them protect themselves. It's like the rules of engagement. We send men to war and they can't even defend themselves in some cases. For me, that would make me angrier if it was my son, if I could even dare to put myself in the position you're in now.
I am angry, but I'm mourning the loss of my son. I am angry, but
sure,
I'm mourning.
Have you heard from the president?
No.
Does that surprise you?
No.
The same White House that I didn't even see the flags at half-mast, did you?
I know that some states are doing it.
I'm talking about Washington.
But no.
Is this the same White House that, after the Supreme Court decision, put rainbow colors on the White House?
You know the answer to that one.
Is this the same White House that put out statements about Ramadan?
I believe so. I've really just been focused on my son. My son was taken from me, and he couldn't defend himself. All these brave men that are willing to sacrifice for us every day and put their lives on the line, what do you want the American people to know about your son? And is there anything you'd like to say to the president that didn't pick up a phone and call you? His commander-in-chief. My son loved what he did. He wanted, from the time I can remember, he wanted nothing more than to be a Marine. He loved what he did. He died for his country, doing what he loved, for the love of his country and for his family.
Tell us what you would say to the president. This is the commander-in-chief. Statements on Ramadan, you got the White House, beautiful rainbow colors. What would you say to him if you could?
Sean. I can't answer that.
You do know.
I can't answer that.
You don't want to say it on TV.
Correct.
I understand.
Yeah. No, I can't.
I don't want to add to your pain. I want to wish you and your family, you're in our thoughts and in our prayers. I'm so sorry about what happened to your son. My parents once said there's nothing worse than losing a child. It's just not the way it should happen. Thank you for being here, and we're very sorry.
It's not the way it's supposed to be.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.